awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me?
Okay. Wonder where I am now.
How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
Lesk? What happened?
As soon as everyone saw your face, Brand, the place went mad. Shut all the doors, examined everyone for family and caste. One of the guards recognized me and figured we must be working together. They burned 3 candles to the stump interrogating me about who put us up to this. I think they knew, you know, about Barat.
Well, this doesn't look like a typical guard cell.
Huh. I guess not. I mean, I've been in most of them. They don't usually have this many bloodstains on the walls. Any chance you see a way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
Java? What are you doing here?
You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
Please, Javia, let me talk to Barat. I can explain what happened.
All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together, boys. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
Okay, so we're back in our nice, lovely cell. There appears to be splinters on the floor, possibly fragments from crates that used to be stored here. Continue. They look narrow enough to slide into the catch of a lock. Okay. Give the splinters to Lesk.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
Going.
Good. Fully armored up and ready to go. Let's get out of here. Good sailing so far. No guards around. Looks like we're gonna have to escape and, like Lesk said, kill any guards that see us, so hopefully we don't run into anyone at all.
Smack you so hard your children will be you.
Well, I did say not to run into anyone, but seems as though I don't have too much of a choice in that matter. I guess I'll just have to quickly check the chests, see what they have, and then keep moving.
All right. And I'm on.
I think I should quickly take a look at the map if I can. Okay, so looks like we're kind of in the middle of the base and we're going north and through some tunnels. So I'm hoping there's not too much longer and that we can escape quickly.
I'm on. You're gonna have to move quicker than that. Come on, let's show you that. And I'm on. All right. All right.
Looks like I found a Dwarven longsword. I was gonna equip the sword, but I can't even use it. I don't have enough strength yet. Oh wait, I can level up actually. Let's see if I can wield it then. So for this, ooh, there's a few, I think I'll increase my combat training. That should be a good thing to do. What else could I use? Dual weapon training would be good. I should have the capability. Yep, I can now use a Dwarven sword. There you go, instead of an axe. Alright, let's keep going. And actually, the room's kind of split into 3. I'll check these 2, and then go through this sort of main door here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't even walk into that room. I guess this is it. On to the main room here. Oh, and saving game, so I imagine something big's gonna happen here.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that turncoat brother of hers doesn't know his place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Let's teach this little duster a lesson.
Let's show them. All right. My back, right? Yes.
Did you see him there, all when we're done with you? And you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him. You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here! Hail to the sodding king!
And now we step up and take things over.
Whoa. Don't push it, Salraka. Barat kept his place by making sure it was always dusters like us who took the fall. Right now, half of Orzammar knows who you are. We've got to lay low for a while.
You're right, Lesk. Let's just get out of here while we still can.
Fortunately, if Barat's got them trained like he says, it should be a good long time before any guardsmen turn up here.
Well, now that we have free access to Barat's room, let's see if there's any hidden items or good loot to get. Alright, some chests. Fire arrows. I'm not an archer, so that doesn't help me at the moment. And a crossbow. So yeah, nothing for me really, but could be useful later once we get an archer character. Or, I guess, a rogue that can use a bow.
You're not supposed to be here. Wait, is that blood? Ancestors, protect me!
Yeah, sure, buddy. As if I'm the biggest threat to you at the moment, not the massive mafia crime boss you had downstairs.
There they are! Seize the fugitives!
Drop your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
What do I see here now? Okay. I just killed Barat. You should be thanking me.
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if he hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated his courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one.
Are you asking me to become a Grey Warden, Duncan?
Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This man is a criminal. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people, but it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight.
Then sodding yes. Please, let's get out of here now, honestly.
Then before these witnesses, I hereby recruit you into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Look at you, you duster. A warden. To think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality. We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am Fishca, Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
How much do you know about dwarves, Your Majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
Well, if Your Majesty wishes, of course.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I hear the king was well enough when I left. I did hear from one of the merchants, though, that his son was becoming like a commander, so that's about all I know, at the very least.
Good. I hope to work with him as well as my father did. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
Honestly, you're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Well, you sound very confident of that.
Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured, Duncan.
Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Really? But why not? Yeah, why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens quite highly. I'm sure he does their opinion as well.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
Ha! A hot meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Well then, what do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Well, looks like we've made it to the place that Duncan called Ostagar. This place does look quite amazing. Looks really good graphically, and just the environment. It feels very atmospheric. Just all the statues and everything around here. Well, let's see what we can find around here.
Hey, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yes, I am, indeed. What would you like to tell me, good sir?
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
You know what, sir? Why don't you tell me about Ostagar?
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The King has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
Where is the king? And then after that I'll ask, the Circle of Magi is here?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does. A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
Thank you, good sir. I'll be on my way.
Good luck to you, then.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
I apologize. I'll go elsewhere.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting beside the king himself?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
You've faced Darkspawn before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Not much. I'm a dwarf, after all.
It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that true?
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true.
It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Well, at least it's something to ponder.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Death is no failure, my friends.
Well, I should move on then. I'll head towards... I think I'll walk this way first, see what's up here.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you if you're a prisoner exactly?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
That's disgusting, but I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
I had a chat with him, actually.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
I mean, he asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
So you missed one meal. This man could be hanged tomorrow.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here's some food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
We have them on the run, I hear.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong with him?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Well, enough daddling. I believe it's time to go get this Alistair character.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle? I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage.
We haven't met. You must be Alistair.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Fishca.
Right, that was the name. There haven't been any Dwarven Grey Wardens in some time. You must know a lot about Darkspawn.
Not really. I spent more time fighting guardsmen myself.
Oh, I guess you've got a more colorful background than Duncan let on. But don't worry, you'll see plenty of Darkspawn now. And probably sooner than you'd like. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
I look forward to traveling with you, good sir.
You do? Huh, that's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
I apologize, Duncan. I'll go collect who we're missing. This is Sir Jory, a knight from Redcliffe.
How'd you do?
And this here is Daveth, a fellow from Denerim.
That's me. I'm a fellow.
And this, of course, is the recruit that Duncan said he was bringing.
That's me, the new guy.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Korcari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And what's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Find the archive and the 3 vials of blood. Got it.
The scrolls contain treaties promising support. Treaties that may prove valuable in the days to come. Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Hail. I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there. Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Over here. Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Let's try to bandage him up, at least.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you. Oh, I've got to get out of here.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed. How many Darkspawn can the four of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
But Sir Jory, overcoming these dangers is part of our test.
That's true.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
That flower, white with a red center. The kennel master at Ostagar was asking about those.
Why did he want them? Do you know?
The kennel master said this flower can help dogs that get sick from biting Darkspawn. At any rate, he was offering a reward if someone went into the wilds and brought him one. Might want to think about it is all.
So these are the aforementioned Darkspawn. Some short ones the size of dwarves and larger ones the size of humans. Oh yeah, I just realized I can level up again. Oh, wait, battle. Well, we've got the Darkspawn blood. I think what we'll do is we'll take the Darkspawn blood and the flower for the dogs back to base. And once we've done that, we will come back to the forest and continue for the ancient Grey Warden scrolls that they mentioned.
You there, elf. What's your name?
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
I actually came to discuss a flower I found.
From the wilds? Oh, good. This Mabari hound is what I wanted the flower for, in fact, but I need your help. I have medicine that might help, but I need him muzzled first.
I'll give it a shot.
Go in the pen and let him smell you. We'll know right away if he'll respond. Let's hope this works. I'd really hate to have to put him down. Well done. Now I can treat the dog properly, poor fella. You mentioned earlier that you found a flower in the wilds. May I see it? Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already. I'm sure he'd thank you himself if he could.
How long before there's an improvement, then?
A day, maybe 2. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
You think that's possible?
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
Well, thank you for joining me on this journey so far, everyone. This has been episode 2 of the ongoing Dwarf Commoner playthrough. Next episode, part 3, we will be getting the scrolls and continuing the journey of Fishca Brosca. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.